Hello everybody, hope you guys are having a great day so far. We're here for the ATL Euro Pro match between AlpX and DuStEU Gaming. And this is going to be week 2. Alright, just going to go ahead and just let the lead know that I am ready. We have our first match ready set up here at Port Alexander LE, and it is going to about to start soon as they're ready, as the players are ready. And if you guys don't know the ATL format, it is a best of 5. First team to 3 wins will win the match. Of course, there is a lineup of 4 players, and if the series is tied 2-2 after 4 games, we will play an ace match, which means that each team's captain will be able to choose one of their players to send out as their ace player. But we'll see if that comes to fruition when after the 4th game here. But we're gonna go ahead and start the first game. Again, thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't yet, feel free to follow us on our Twitch as well as our social media down below. There's the Twitter and YouTube. Would love your support. Alright, let's go ahead and introduce the players here. At the top left corner of the map, we have our green Zerg. From AlpX, it is Hino. And spawning at the bottom right, we have our purple Protoss player from DuStEU Gaming. It is Enigma. Alright, so Port Alexander is going to be a PVZ here. And already Enigma is going to go ahead and go send a probe to scout, see what's up. But he knows over the DuStEU sees it. Now he's gonna have to be careful, or be cautious rather, to see if Enigma is gonna go ahead and cannon rush. Most likely is not, but there's always that threat of a cannon rush. Usually the probe would come a bit sooner, I feel like, if it was a cannon rush, but you never know. You wanna be extra careful, but of course Hino already has the second overlord at the natural to spot this. And does not see a second probe, which probably indicates pretty much a standard opening here. And that's exactly what Enigma is going for, a gateway into the Nexus and then into the cybernetic core. Now as soon as the cybernetic core is done, we will see Enigma's tech of choice. Usually it is a Stargate, but obviously with the after the patch with the Robo being more affordable, we have seen a bit more Robo play as well. Now on the other hand, he's gonna go ahead and gather 100 gas right now, and we'll take this 2 of the drones off of gas, which means that he is gonna look to go ahead and get a third pretty soon, but he needs to take out this probe here before doing so. Speed underway for Hino. Oh, actually gonna go ahead and let the probe retreat. I guess he just I'm not sure why, but I feel like he could have at least chased that down to make sure that it went back home. But instead, he's gonna go ahead and just let the probe go here. Meanwhile, there's a Stalker actually going out in the middle of the map here, and I love this because you know that the Zerg doesn't have speed yet, so you send out the Stalker to catch any flying overlords and can possibly take out an overlord for free. Speed isn't done till around like 3:30ish, so if you do see some lings, you can retreat with the Stalker, but it looks like it is gonna go ahead and just retreat for now and be safe. Now let's see, what do we have? A Stargate opening as predicted by Enigma. He is gonna chrono boost out the Phoenix. Interestingly enough, usually you would go for a Orgo first. Oh, actually no, never mind. Hino had his first Overlord in the main base did scout this, so that's why he went for the Phoenix. So the idea behind this is that you open a Oracle if you do not get scouted. If your Stargate tech does not get scouted by the Zerg player, but if it does get scouted by the Overlord, then you can open up Phoenix first, take out that Overlord, and then follow up with an Oracle. However, Enigma is not going to go ahead and make a first Oracle. He's just going to get one Phoenix to take. Oh no, actually no, he made one. Excuse me, I did not see that. He did make one, and that will be just staying at home just to protect the third base here, instead of flying across the map and taking out some additional drones. But of course, he knows that Hino scouted him, so he probably assumes that there are Spore Callers at Hino's base, which is exactly what has happened here. Spore Callers at every base of Hino's, so he is safe from any Oracle harass. However, I feel like, you know, even if there's Spore Callers in the Zerg Blaze, you can usually take out a 1 or 2 drones, or maybe even do a stasis ward to at least hinder the Zerg's economy. But instead, he's going to go ahead and just harass with the... Oh, actually, there is a 2 Adepts attack at Hino's base. Unfortunately for him, Hino's main army was across the map. I think he was looking to attack the third, but Hino's gonna have to retreat his Zerglings for now, and that will allow Enigma to set up his dirt base safely. 2 Robos plotted down at the dirt base, but I think even if Hino's had his Lings there to try to take down that dirt base, the Oracle of Enigma was there to protect it. So let's see how many drones going down. 4 total drones going down for Hino. Not too big of a deal. He's still ahead by 10 drones, but it could have been worse for sure. Anyhow, looks like the Oracle will go ahead and try to revelate, see what Hino is going for. He does see the Roach Warren, but he does not actually see the Hydra's Den. Actually, the revelation was just a bit to the side of the Hydra's Den, so he's not going to see that coming as well. But I think, you know, as a Protoss player, you can probably expect Roach Hydralisk, you know, in the Zerg's composition. But although it could be, you know, Roaches with Ling Baneling, you know, you never know. We also do see Zergs going for Roach opening and then transitioning into Mutas, which is like one of the excuse me, one of the hardest thing you can deal with as a Protoss is going for those scouting all those Roaches, and then all of a sudden 100 Mutas arrives at your base and you got like no answer for it. Although Enigma did open up Stargate, so he does have access to the Phoenix if he needed to, and that's one of the reasons I think why Protoss love going for Stargate, is because they do not want to deal with that Mutalist transition, and it makes it a bit easier. Plus, it's pretty much safe. A Stargate opening is you know, a very solid, safe opening. There are a few things that can abuse it, but for the most part, you know, you're pretty safe. Now, in the meantime, looks like Hino will go for a Lurker Den. Gonna go ahead and go into that Roach, Hydralisk, and Lurker composition, which, you know, at a certain point when you get an optimal amount of Lurkers, it gets to a point where it's really difficult to deal with it. Now, luckily for Enigma, he does have 2 robo motor production going on, so that definitely helps him against that kind of army composition with the lurkers. But it looks like Hino is looking to go ahead and drop. He has a bunch of overlords loaded with his whole army here. And if he drops at the ramp and he sieges up with those lurkers, oh man, it's so difficult. He might need to even recall, but as you know, recall, the radius has decreased substantially, which makes it hard to recall your whole entire army into the main to deal with it. And oh my god, Enigma's army is out in the middle while this drop is happening, and this is where all the tech is here. Oh, and a recall by Enigma, and that allows half of his army to get taken out by Hino. But I think, is he gonna catch it? Oh, he could even actually drop on top of this half of the army of Enigma, but decides not to. Gonna go ahead and play it safe. And oh, this, I love this. He's going back. He forced the recall from Enigma, so he knows that the recall cooldown is still happening. I would love to see him siege up. Oh, actually, he does not have a lurker in the overlords here. In fact, all the lurkers are outside, and this is pretty much forcing Enigma to choose. Is he gonna save his main base, or is he gonna defend the natural base outside, just outside there? And there is just so much Hydralisk still left in Enigma's base, and I love this play by Hino. He's forcing Enigma to make a decision here. Although I think with these 2 Archons and these Chartha, I think he might be able to clean up the main base for now. But in the meantime, the lurkers are siege up at the 3rd base, and there's actually no observer here. There's no detection for these lurkers, and Enigma has to retreat into this choke area that is so difficult to engage Zerg with. You do not want to go into that choke, and his robo production is right there. So if Hino snipes those double robo, there's just no more immortal production. And oh no, and you can see that it's just so difficult to play against that lurker army there. And GG, Hino takes game 1 in this best of 5 series here. And we will be playing game 2 on, let's see, which map? Cerulean Fall. Cerulean Fall, one of the more player-friendly maps. We usually have some great games there. Of course, it is one of the maps from the last patch, or the last seasons rather. So players are really familiar with it, pretty comfortable with it, and I think it's a pretty. It doesn't really favor one race too much. I think it's a pretty well balanced map. So we'll see how that next game goes. But anyhow, great game by Hino. Will take the first game and lead AlphaX up 1-0. But of course, Dust Gaming is going to go ahead and try to tie this back up here. And we'll get started as soon as the players are in the lobby and ready to go. Alrighty here. Let's see how the chat is going here. Looks like we only have 10 viewers here so far. Of course, this is EU time, so it's a bit tough as NA time right now is like 1:15 p.m. So, or at least in the Eastern time, at least. So people are like, might be at school or at work. Oh, Sasha Man, hey, what's up? Uzi as well, welcome. By the way, thank you and shout out to Sunlily for creating this awesome overlay. I know she's been hard at work trying to come up with the logo design as well as the Twitch panel as well. But I had the time to go ahead and make the overlay just in time. Oh, we have a follow by Hino. Thank you for the follow. That leads us to 105 followers. So we're climbing up there. By the way, guys, we are currently also hosting and streaming the Alpha Pro series between Clem and Bly on our Africa TV channel. Even if you're watching this, you can put that into the background at least, so that maybe after the game you can watch that. It is, if you don't know the link, you can go to Team Liquid and click on the stream links. Oh, looks like GM Light or Light is following as well. Welcome, Light. Light is also playing in today's match, assuming it goes to a 4th game, of course. By the way, thanks to all the players playing today, because sometimes, you know, it's really tough as a captain when players don't show up for a scheduled team league or clan war. And it's always awesome that the players arrive on time and are ready to go. But anyhow, looks like we have both players already here. We're about to start here our game 2 on Cerulean Fall. All right. Countdown has begun. All right. Spawning at the top right, we have our red tournament player from Dust Gaming. It is Abaddon. And spawning at the left bottom corner of the map, it is from AlphaX, the Zerg, the teal Zerg player. It is Starkiller. All right, last game we did have a we have a bit cheer from SYS. Hey, thank you for the 9-bit cheer, says Yeet. Looks like SYS is hyped for this second game here. Of course, I wouldn't blame him because Starkiller. Oh, missed one. 10-bit cheer. Yeah, 10 is a bit, looks nicer than 9, of course. I'm one of those people that, with the exception of the number 5, I'm kind of I'm more of an even number type of person than odd. So I prefer like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 rather than, you know, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But again, with the exception of 5, because I feel like 5 at least, you know, You know, you have 5 fingers. It kind of matches up with something at least. But 9, you know, it just doesn't. It's like you have 1 finger, you know, feeling lonely or left out. So anyhow, thank you SYS for that bit cheer. Oh, thank you for the follow, Bitdo TV, Bitdokes TV. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name pronunciation. But anyhow, we have a Reaper heading out for Abaddon, going across the map. Now, of course, this map, there's only really one entrance way for the Reaper to jump into, is natural. There's no, like, you know, jump point for into the main. So Starkiller can just go ahead and just defend the natural. So far, nice micro, not losing any link so far. He's just buying time for that queen to arrive to help defend against this. Oh, almost lost that lane there, but saves it just in time. So really nice micro from Starkiller. Also really nice micro from Abaddon. He didn't lose the Reaper. He didn't take much damage from it, and that will definitely allow him to go ahead and go back in if he wants to. But he needs to be careful because the speed is about to be done. It's 75% done. So that Reaper needs to retreat, or he will be losing that pretty soon there. Alright, Reaper does jump in and gets into the main. We'll see a really fast lair here. Or maybe it was a quick lair at least. And this is some really nice scouting by the Reaper. And this is one of the advantages of not losing that Reaper. And so this is gonna allow him to set up the defense. Gonna go ahead and get the tank here and siege up into the natural here. Now let's see what Starkiller does here in response. Does he go for that build that he set his mind to, or is he gonna go ahead and he does go for a Spire, and it will get scouted by Abandon. So does he cancel it? I think he might be just too invested at this point. Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and just go for the Muta transition here, or not transition, the Muta tech. I assume he's gonna go not be too committed. He's gonna go ahead and just make a few. Although he can definitely, if he does enough damage, I think he can definitely create more Mutas. But in the meantime, Abaddon is gonna go ahead and take out all the overlords that is outside his base with the Viking here, the Pope Viking, as Gorgonoth likes to refer to, because Pope likes to always make that one Viking to clear out all the overlords. Unfortunately for Abaddon, he's not going to take out this second overlord, as this second overlord is going to go ahead and go home. Oh, actually, maybe. No, yeah, we'll catch it, actually. The attack rally is right there. Alright, Spire is done. 8 meters on the way. And Abaddon is going to go ahead and make the turret just in time. I love this. He's going to actually make one in the main base, so he doesn't have to defend the main, but he will go ahead and delay in the second base, which I love. You usually see this from high level players, because you know you could use your marine micro to help defend the natural, while you use the turret to defend the main. That allows you to save 100 minerals. Oh, what is it? Turret is 100 minerals, right? Yeah, 100 minerals, I believe. So and then like you can make that second turret once you move out or get ready to move out. Oh, nice. With my placement, we'll get a Muta here. And so far these Mutas not gonna go ahead and do too much damage here. Oh, I think he just got the Viking. Bad rally by Abaddon. But anyhow, no damage by the Mutas yet. But luckily for Starkiller, he's not super committed to these Mutas. He's already got 15 roaches on the way here, so he's just gonna go ahead and try to get as much damage as he can with these Mutas, and then just go ahead and defend. Oh, actually, he's got his mutas a bit trapped here. Oh man, these are times where Zerg players wish they had recall. Oh man. I mean, could you imagine recalling mutas? That would be pretty wonky. But anyhow, Abaddon is gonna go ahead and try to look for an attack. Starkiller, unfortunately, he does not have his creep spread out a bit further, because he's not gonna be able to see this move out until like the last moment. All right, Abaddon is gonna go ahead, attack into the third. Is it enough though? His tank's a bit in the back here. Oh my god, so many Widow Mines. Takes out a bunch of these Ravagers. The reinforcement roaches is going to come in just in time. And the meat is going to go ahead and come from behind here. Oh, nice. He's going to go ahead and corrosive bound the last remaining tank. And this is going to allow Starkiller to take out all these medevacs, because most of the Marines has been taken out by the roaches. So really nice hold there by Starkiller. And remember guys, I don't think, yeah, he doesn't have a dirt base here. This was a committed attack. This was a 5 racks attack by Abaddon. So he was pretty committed there. Still no dirt base on the way here by Abaddon. But yes, Starkiller is here at the front base, teeing out the front supply depot. And oh my god, SCV's gotta be pulled. That is not good. He does not have a lot of orbital commands to replenish those lost SCVs. Not a lot of mutes to afford here. And Starkiller is gonna march forward with all these roaches and Ravagers. More SCVs being pulled, but the corrosive bounce takes out the reinforcement tank there, and that pretty much does it here. 19 SCVs going down. Even if he cleans it up, I mean, at what cost? 53 workers to 24 workers currently. He's holding strong with a 40 to 22 army supply as well, even taking the 4th base while this is happening. In the meantime, it looks like Abaddon is going to go ahead and try to counterattack with a 2 medevac drops. It's not even full though. There's only like 8 plus 3, 11 Marines. He does leave his natural a bit vulnerable, but I think he's okay with it, as he's gonna pull back the remaining roach force with this drop here. So I love this decision by Abaddon. He did clean up the remaining Muta force, so there is actually no anti-air to attack these 2 medevacs. But there are 4 corruptors out, and that will pretty much do it in terms of these drops. I don't see these drops doing any more damage, although there is actually one more drop or actually he split his, yeah, he did get one more drop into the 4th base there of Starkiller. But in terms of this double medevac, the main one is pretty much cleaned up by these roaches and corruptors, and Starkiller holding strong for now, enjoying a really great 154 to 86 overall supply there. And I think Starkiller feels that he knows this is pretty much the time to attack. He defended against all the harass, but oh, there is still a scary force by Abaddon. He is +1. These Marines, Starkiller has yet to get his upgrade yet. His +1 carapace just finished in time, so he will be able to take this on right now. But he's gonna go ahead and back off. Just gonna be careful here. Is this enough? I think this is. Corrosive Bound takes out one of the tanks. Marines are evaporating to these roaches, and GG, Starkiller is gonna take this second game and lead AlphaX to a 2-0 lead so far. One game away from winning this best of 5 series here. So well done by Starkiller. All right, Dust Gaming needs an answer right now in this next game here. It will be taking place on Blue Shift. All right, looks like we jumped up to 15 viewers so far. Nice. All right, by the way, guys, after this series, this ATL Euro Pro Series is done, there is a Alpha Pro Series that we're currently hosting and streaming at the same time as well between Clem and Bly. You can head on to our Africa TV channel. You should just type in Africa TV and AlphaX and it should pop in Google. If not, just go ahead into Team Liquid. There is a directory stream link in the Team Liquid page, AlphaX, or if you're French, there's also an AlphaX French stream going on as well. And yeah, you could just head on over there and watch the game. Oh, we also have a Spanish cast as well, so yeah, we're pretty much casting on every of our Africa channel. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and go into this third game here. Again, this is going to be on Blue Shift. AlphaX up 2-0 currently. By the way, let's look at our history here. Currently, Dust Gaming is up 1-0 in terms of their record. So they won their first week. We did not actually, for AlphaX, we did not actually play our first week yet. We actually postponed the date. So this is pretty much, I mean, this is technically week 2, but you know, it's pretty much our first ATL Euro Pro match. But so far, doing pretty well as we're just one game away from winning. But again, Dust Gaming does have something to say about that. We'll see if Vindicta can keep Dust Gaming hopes alive. Anyhow, let's go ahead and introduce our players here. At the bottom left corner of the map, we have our blue Terran player from AlphaX. It is Uzi Koto or Koti. Uzi Koti. I'm just gonna call him Uzi just for easier, because it's easier and easier to pronounce, at least for the meantime. Anyhow, we have our green Terran at the top right corner of the map. We have from Dust Gaming, it is Vindicta. All right, so TVT here on Blue Shift, and already here we have a we have a nice little proxy here by Uzi. Now Vindicta, he's not actually gonna go ahead and scout with an SCV. Oh, actually, as I say that, he's gonna go ahead and prove me. Oh no, he's actually gonna scout for proxies here. Unfortunately for him, he's scouting in the wrong direction. We'll see if he kind of directs his scouting pattern back to the bottom side, but it doesn't look like it. He's gonna go ahead and just scout the left side. Oh no, Uzi is gonna catch him completely off guard here. He is gonna even actually retreat with the SCVs. He's not gonna go across the map and scout Uzi's base, and it looks like factory's on the way here. Now this is quite a distance here. I mean, it's not like he's proxying from here, which will be a shorter reinforcement placement or rally. So it is going to take him a bit of time to walk over, but still, Vindicta is going for a 1-1 build here. So pretty much exactly like Uzi, and I think he should be okay here. He didn't go for the expansion or anything, so unless Uzi catches him like off guard with some Banshee play or something, I don't see this doing too much damage. Again, both players are in the dark here, so no scout by Vindicta, but also no scout by Uzi. He does not see what Vindicta is going for here. Vindicta is going to go ahead and place his commands in here, and oh, is he going to go ahead and scout? He's so close. Actually, he's gonna go across the map here, and oh, actually, he's already got his army here set up pretty nicely. He's gonna get the first shot here. Nice micro by both. Both don't lose their Reaper or Hellion, so really nice. But it looks like Uzi Koti is gonna go ahead and start the tank here. Actually, this is pretty ballsy here, retreating his army into the proxy area instead of the ramp here. Because if Vindicta goes across the map into Uzi's base, there's pretty much nothing here to defend his main base. Alright, here we go. Uzi is ready to go ahead and for the attack. Oh, actually, he forces the army to... Oh, okay. I was about to say, he was about to force his army away from the natural, which would have been really difficult for him to micro this back and forth. But tank is out for Uzi. He is going to siege this up. Tank is about to pop up for Vindicta, but is not going to be able to... Oh, actually, he does have it just in time. Oh my, he needs to focus the tank of Vindicta, and he does snipe that out. But SCV is being pulled by Vindicta. He's going to go and focus fire on the tank. There is no SCVs to heal this, so Uzi is going to lose his tank. And all of a sudden, Vindicta holding strong and enjoying a 44 to 36 supply here. Now again, Uzi does not have a second base. He's pretty much committed here. He needs to do damage, at least significant damage, to make this work. However, it looks like Vindicta is gonna be able to make his at least siege up his tanks in time. So this is gonna make it really hard for Uzi to engage against this. I don't know, it's a bit difficult at this point, and there's even more Vikings for Vindicta than Uzi has, 3-2. And when there's a tank versus tank battle, a lot comes down to the Viking count, because you need the Viking to give your tank the extra vision. The tank's vision is a bit lower than its siege vision or siege distance. So you need scans or Vikings to get the vision. Unfortunately for Uzi, he only has one command center, so he can't really afford to waste a lot of scans. Oh, but this is nice. He's gonna catch these Vikings off guard. He now has the Viking count. However, there are these Marines, pesky Marines, shooting away at it. So. Oh, actually, he's gonna... Oh, might actually catch it. Oh, no, it does not take the Viking down. So this push by Uzi is not making any ground so far. And again, he's still on one base. I mean, as the game goes on, it's gonna be increasingly difficult for Uzi to make this work. So like his timing window is really short right now. But if he does take out these Vikings, he might be able to. Oh no, I don't think he has enough though. He's got SCV. Vindicta's got SCVs repairing his Viking as well. So it's just really difficult at this point. There's even a Hellion across the map harassing the front ramp of Uzi here. Viking count significantly lower for Uzi at this point now, and Vindicta, I think he's feeling pretty good at this point. At least I would if I was in his shoes. Oh, we have a follow by Dark C21. Thank you for the follow. Looks like Illusion is in the chat as well, and yeah, looks like Uzi knows what's up. He can't really make up any ground there, and he was still on one base. Vindicta keeps Dust Gaming alive here and gains the first win, the first points on the scoreboard for Dust Gaming. Currently, still the score is 2-1, so AlphaX still one game away from winning series, but Dust Gaming can definitely win this next game and push it to the ace match. We shall see. It's definitely going to be an intense point in this series. Looks like the fourth map will be on Parasite. So usually Parasite has a lot of great games because the map is really huge and there's a lot of bases, so we shall see here. Is the okay, Jay Skippy asking, is the AlpX logo tier 3 sub emote? Yes. We have 3 tiers. The first tier is $4.99. You will unlock the Little Sharky emote. And then tier 2 is $9.99, and you unlock the Little Sharky as well as the Not Like This Duck emote. And then at the third tier, which is $24.99, you unlock the all those previous emote as well as the AlpX logo emote. So if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All the bits and subs and donations go towards AlphaX and their future events, such as the Alpha Pro Series or the MVP Cup. Jay Skip is asking, why is the AlphaX logo for the $24.99 sub? We only have one sub emote for every tier. That's what they allow for. So of course Little Sharky is a clan favorite, so we of course had to put that at our lowest tier so that the majority of the subscribers can afford it. And then the Not Like This Duck is also one of the clan favorites. It's a really cute duck. And then of course the clan logo is at the highest tier. But the logo, yeah, the logo is is more than the side duck. Yeah, exactly. So it costs more, I guess. That's the logic behind it. Oh, looks like Sun Lily is in the chat. Once again, thank you to Sun Lily. Shout out to Sun Lily for creating this awesome overlay, as well as all the amazing logo and Twitch panel as well. She's been hard at work since the clan's transition. All right, looks like we have our lobby set up here, and we're just waiting for light to come on here, and then we should get started pretty soon. If you guys haven't done so yet, feel free to follow us on our Twitch channel. It's at the little heart button at the top right of the player screen, and also below in the Twitch panel is our link to our Twitter page, where we post our updated news and events. And of course, please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We need 100 subscribers for our YouTube to unlock the custom URL for YouTube. So currently we have a really random long YouTube URL, so would love to unlock the custom URL to change it to something like youtube.com/channel/AlphaXSC2. Definitely much easier to head on to our YouTube channel that way. So need that 100 subscribers. And of course we have our Patreon page, which we recently opened. So if you don't really care for the Twitch emote, you can head on to our Patreon page. We have 2 tiers currently. The Patreon, the regular AlphaX Patreon, and then for $1 or more, and then there's the AlphaX VIP patrons, which is $5 or more, and both tiers you get a patron tag on our Discord. But if you get our patron VIP tag, then you can have access to our replay pack from our Alpha Pro series, as well as our MVD Cup, or MVP Cup rather. So if you want replays from those, you just need to either subscribe to our Twitch page as our Twitch subscriber, or just go ahead onto our Patreon page and pledge $5 or more, and you will have access to all those replays. All right, let's go ahead and actually update the score here. Currently 2-1. All right, let's introduce our players here. At the bottom right, we have our blue Protoss from AlphaX. It is Light. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go. And at the top left, we have our red Zerg player from Dust Gaming. It is Soul Spirit. Oh, sorry, once again, wrong. Let me go ahead and fix that right there. There we go. Alrighty, guys, we have potentially our last game here. Of course, Soul Spirit is gonna definitely look to go ahead and push it to an ace match. And we do have another PVZ here on Parasite. Looks like both players are gonna go ahead and open up. Pretty standard here. Last game we did have our proxy by Uzi here, but looks like Light decided to go for a standard opening. Of course, PVZ you don't see a lot of shenanigans, because it's either cannon rush or maybe a 12 pool or something. Both players are going to go ahead and just open up standard. Now again, like I said, Parasite is one of those maps that is huge. You can see all those spaces and a lot of bases around the map. Of course, it is a bit harder to get your, as the game goes on to the late game, a bit harder to get your, 5th or 6th base, but definitely in the mid game, the early to mid game, there's a lot of bases. Of course, there are potentially 3 third bases here. You can get one at the bottom of your main base, or you get the one next to the side of your natural, or the one just above or below your natural here. So a lot of third base options for both players. Looks like Soul Spirit is deciding to go for a more horizontal, base expansion. Gonna go ahead and take the 12 o'clock base here. In the meantime, Soul Spirit is gonna go ahead and go around, dodge the Adept, and go into the natural of Light. Gonna go ahead and try to get some damage done here. We'll force a Chrono Boost, and it loses at least 1 probe, maybe 2 probes. No, actually, it's gonna go ahead into the main base here. What happened to the other Adept? I wonder what happened. But anyhow, he does scout the target here. And we'll see a Phoenix. Does not see an Orko. So, at least he knows that he can delay these Spore Crawlers by a couple more seconds. And I think the Adept that was across the map did get taken out, I think. Maybe got 1 drone kill before getting taken down. But anyhow, Light is going to go ahead and take care of that Overlord. There are no more other Overlords around the map of Light. So it's just going to be that 1 Overlord. And Light is going to go ahead and follow that up with a Orko. See what damage you can get. But unfortunately for him, there are Spore Coils already set up for Soul Spirit. And I love this again. Once again, like I said, remember that previous game where where was the PVT? No, PV. Yeah, no, yeah, PVT. No, actually, was it? I think it was a. Did we even have a PVT? No, I don't think so. Let me see. It was. I remember it was a Terran, but anyhow, it was one of the games where the Terran player decided not to make a turret at the natural. Decided to rely on the Marine. Oh no, it was a TVZ. It was against Star Killer and Abaddon, I think. Yeah. Where you delay the turret at the natural and just rely on your Marines. Well, that was pretty much the same thing that Soul Spirit did, where he delayed the Spore Killer. He doesn't have it now though. He had 2 Queens there to park it there to defend. So I love that. Anyhow, we do have a Light securing the dirt base here. Has a bunch of sentries. Had the Orko to defend as well. And oh wow, he is gonna get that Queen. Will he lose an Orko for it? Oh, nice micro there by Light. Saves that second Orko there. And that is awesome. Even recalls there just to save it for extra measure. Oh wow, that was a sweet force field there. Traps a few of the Lings there. Oh, that was sweet. That was a pretty sweet force field there. And Light is gonna finish off this wall here. Make it completely wall off here at the left side of the dirt base. That'll definitely help against any Zergling run-bys or Baneling. But oh man, there is a Zergling run-by at the natural. Oh, the force field doesn't even get it. And 9 probes. This is some really nice pickoffs for Soul Spirit. So even though he did not get a lot of damage done at the dirt, he did get a good amount at the natural. But even with 9 probes going down, is it enough? I mean, that was pretty much all his Zergling force. And all of a sudden, Soul Spirit is really below and down at the army supply count, 48 to 15. That's a pretty substantial. Actually a little bit of a Baneling run by, but Light does catch it just in time. But like I said, Light's army supply is really far ahead. However, he is not going to look to attack here, it doesn't seem. He's going to go ahead and build up his Immortal Force. Soul Spirit, with those 9 probe kills, is going to go ahead and take a good Harvester count lead, 66 to 56. And of course, he does have the faster upgrade here, +1 melee. Light has yet to get a forge, so his upgrade count is going to be behind by a while. But Light is not looking to get those upgrades. He is looking for an attack, and this might be his window, because again, Soul Spirit was pretty much down in army supply. He has caught up a bit here, but there is a lot of force field by Light. He needs to be in good position here, and I think this position is going to favor Light here with those force fields. We shall see. But oh man, all those Queens has to retreat for now because of those force fields. But the Banelings are done. Oh, nice force field once again. But this is a lot of force fields. He's cutting down the energy of those sentries. So Light needs to be careful here. Oh, nice. Gets the stasis just in time. Catches off the Banelings. But again, there are so much Hydras and Lings left over, and forces a recall by Light here. Remember guys, he does not have a Forges, so as the game goes on, the upgrade lead for Soul Spirit is going to go get further and further ahead. Oh, nice pickoff here. It does save the Immortal there. I was just about to say that would be a nice pickoff there, lowering the Immortal count. Oh, nice. Even splitting these Zerg forces in half. Nice play there. The lazy attack by Soul Spirit. And just based on positioning, Light is going to be pretty safe from this Hydralisk Force. All in all, I think it's a pretty even game so far. 4 bases to 3. Workers are pretty even here. But the upgrade is +2 melee for Soul Spirit here. Alright, looks like Soul Spirit is going to go ahead around into the dirt base. And oh man, this is a pretty nice concave here by Soul Spirit. Light is oh man, he's kind of caught off in this weird position here, but nice forfeit does catches the Banelings. Oh, there is one opening though. Banelings get through, 3 Banelings get through. 15 probes going down, and oh boy, the concave there by Soul Spirit is still looking too good here. But there is the Colossus out. Second Colossus is about to be out. I think he will be able to clean this up and force the retreat. But oh man, 20 probes going down for Light here. Soul Spirit getting some much worth of damage, and now Light is in the back foot here. Oh man, what can he do? I mean, if he had a 4th base, I would say maybe he can come back. I mean, you know, you got that those chrono boosts to force out some additional probes. Chrono boost that those probes out to catch back up. But I don't know. It's there's still 3 bases for Light, and I mean, he does have the Colossus pumping here. I mean, it is pretty good against Lings and Hydralisk. But oh no, another Ling run by into the main base of Light. Catching more additional probes potentially. 2 probes going down, and Light is just cannot catch a break here with these Ling run bys, and gotta give up to Soul Spirit. He's doing a really nice job being active with those Lings, and this is gonna force Light to go for a big push here. He is gonna go ahead and wait for that Warp Prism before attacking though. And again, Colossus is really good against Ling Hydras, but look at that, 13 Corruptors on the way. And that is going to clean up the Hydralisk not the Hydralisk, clean up the Colossus rather quickly. But actually the Corruptors is a bit late here, and Soul Spirit is going to have to abandon this 4th base. So nice pickoff here. He's already making another base at the central here. Nice force field, keeps the Banelings and Lings away and forces the retreat. So Light here, oh actually maybe he might be able to do it. But there is a really nice concave by Soul Spirit. Oh no, actually he's going to abandon the concave here. Is Light about to do it? Nice micro saving that Colossus there. Let's see, there is currently 13 Corruptors. Okay, there we go. He is now setting up the concave. Still a lot of force field though. Oh my god, he's actually engaging with just half his army. Oh, actually, I guess 3/4 of his army. A bit of his army in the top was not engaged here. But Colossus is all gone. The Corruptors, there's no answer for the Corruptors, and the Colossus has been reset. Luckily for Light, he is transitioning into Disruptor now, but he definitely needs some really nice Disruptor shots to clean up this big army force by Soul Spirit. He is up 94 to 59 supply. He again 2-1 upgrades against 0-0, so his army is much stronger as well. Not just bigger, but stronger. But with Disruptors are one of those units where it doesn't matter if you have upgrades or not, because they do burst damage. So as long as you get some good hits. Oh no, wow, I did not even catch this. While that attack was happening, the Corruptors of Soul Spirit, they took out the natural. Oh man, things not looking too good for Light here. He's down 2 bases against 4 now. And oh man, he's gonna have to get some really money disruptor shots over and over again just to even break even with Soul Spirit here. And Soul Spirit doing doing another attack on the main Nexus while attacking the dirt at the same time. And I think the swarm is going to become overwhelming at this point. More units coming across the map, streaming across the map, takes out the main base as well. Light down, only down to one base here. And I think this is pretty much GG at this point. Oh, nice catch there by this disruptor. So we'll be able to save at least the third base. But down another 18 probes. Down 2 bases. Or actually, you know what? Down 3 bases, because Soul Spirit is up to 4 bases against 1 of Light. And Light at this point just needs to go for a counterattack and just hope for the best. But oh, actually does catch a nice group of Hydras there. But he's only down to 1 disruptor at this point. And oh man, these corruptors again, they're gonna take 3 Nexus down in this game. Oh man, raining acid from the skies. Light, I feel for you, man. Oh, even takes down, loses the war prism here. So no more reinforcements for Light. You just need to go with this. Oh, nice disruptor hit. He needs to clean this up with his army here, and I don't think so. It's just too much Hydralisk. He even got the drone pools, and Soul Spirit ties up the series and push the game to the match, to the ace match here. So we will have a game 5. Oh snap! Did I forget the overlay? Oh man, I did forget the overlay. Oh man, my apologies, guys. I did not get a message. Wasn't looking at the chat. Should have looked at the chat. Oh boy, let's go ahead. It's Panda sad face. Alright guys, my apologies once again. I will make sure to change the overlay for this upcoming 5th game. Luckily we had a 5th game, because we would have ended that game with the wrong overlay. So this time around we'll make sure to get the correct overlay. Anyhow, this next game, this 5th game, will take place on Karos Junction, and it will be up to the clan leads to choose their ace player. Who will they decide? Who will they decide to put out as their ace player and hopefully take the game 3-2? Alright, we have jumped up to 22 viewers. Nice. By the way, guys, there's also a Alpha Pro series again. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but there is still a Alpha Pro series going on between Clem and Bly in our Africa TV channel. You can head on over there and put it into the background until this ace match concludes, and then that way you can just head on over to the Africa page and watch the Clem versus Bly best of 9 Alpha Pro series. It's for a 60+ prize pool. Alright, just a moment for the captains to decide their ace players. By the way, thank you guys once again for tuning in to this week 2 of ATL Euro Pro. If you guys like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to our, or follow our Twitch page, our Twitch channel, as well as our Twitter and YouTube. We will upload the VOD to YouTube after the series is concluded. Oh, looks like Xenodactyl is in the chat. Hey, Xenodactyl. Sonali says, I don't know, I like the overlays, so I'm good. Yeah, I like the overlay too. Did someone say they didn't like the overlay or something? Oh, okay, okay, I forgot. Okay, I didn't switch the overlay, that's why. Okay, that's what she was referring to. I thought someone like said I don't like the overlay. I was like, how dare you? I was about to say, how dare you, man? Sunlily is the bomb, is the boss of overlays. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this overlay, this out of game overlay, compared to the SciX out of game overlay as well. It just looks more, I don't know, like more, how should I say it? Looks even more high class. Or more regal. Anyhow, looks like we have our 5th game underway here soon. Cairo Junction is going to be the map of choice. And we have a ZVZ. So we had a PVZ throughout in the previous 4 matches. We had a TVT, we had a TVZ, but now we're going to have a ZVZ. And we know how those ZVZs goes. There's a lot of micro wars, especially in those Ling Bangling wars in the early game. So things can get a bit crazy here, but we shall see. Countdown has begun. Guys, type into the chat who you got, who you rooting for, who you think will come out and lead their team to a 3-2 victory in this week 2 of ATL Euro Pro. All right, making sure overlay is done. Got it. Gotta make sure the score is updated as well. Here we go. At the top left, we have our Teal Zerg player from AlpX. He is none other than Starkiller. And here at the bottom right, we have our red Zerg player pulling out an impressive win last game, forcing it to a game 5. Looking to close it out, it is Soul Spirit. Alrighty guys, ZVZ. So one of those choices in ZVZ is, are you going to rush with an early pool, or are you going to go ahead and play it safe, or play it eco-wise, macro-wise, with a hatch opening? Both players decided ZVZ is a very volatile matchup, and a lot of early game potential can happen. So gonna go ahead and play it safe. We'll open up with an early pool, but not too early, just early enough so if there is a potential, 12-13 pool, that they can defend themselves, but they will be throwing down their second hatch relatively quick as well. So both players just playing it safe, and Basarkula is actually going to go ahead and get the early speed here. He's got the early 100 gas. Soul Spirit did not take his early gas, or his gas as early, so he will go ahead and first mine 100 before potentially throwing down a link speed. or he might just go for a Roach Warren, who knows. But oh, we actually see a little bit of a runaround by Soul Spirit. We'll be able to dodge those lings from Starkiller. So each player just passing by one another, but they're gonna arrive to their enemy's base relatively the same time. So we'll see how much damage this gets done. Again, no ling speed for Soul Spirit. Oh man, actually, yeah, just as I say this, there's no ling speeds for Soul Spirit, so he is gonna be able, Starkiller is gonna be able to catch up with these lings and take them out, and that is gonna spell an early win for Starkiller. Actually, he's just gonna go ahead and lose it before the speed kicks in, and that's gonna be less and less ling speed, or no, ling counts for Starkiller, or for Soul Spirit rather. But unfortunately for Starkiller, he did lose his bunch of lings across the map as well. Ling speed is done. Baneliness on the way for Soul Spirit, but not quite there yet. So these lings are going to go ahead and get some damage done, but nice evacuation of the drones for Soul Spirit. Nice positioning of the queens at the ramp as well. One of the good things about this map is that the ramp area is actually pretty close to the natural, so you can actually use the queen to attack and defend the ramp as well, to wall off the ramp. Baneliness is already done for Soul Spirit though. Roach Warren for Starkiller, but he's got to be careful. There's actually a bunch of lings coming across the map. Nice wall there. Got these spine crawlers and the queens. Alright, 6 banelings on the way for Starkiller. He does have Starkiller does have the spine crawler though, so he just needs to dodge the banelings, and I think he should be good. Roaches not on the way yet. He needs to focus on the banelings with his 4 and these queens. Nice pre-split there by Starkiller though. But there are some lings that are gonna run through, and oh no, 2 banelings into the main base. Might get some drones here. Nice pre-split once again by Starkiller. Nice micro from both players. Soul Spirit is trying to focus down on the drones. 4 drones going down. Oh no, 7 more, or 3 more for 7 total. More links at the natural, and 8 drones. Is that enough? I think that's pretty good damage there by Soul Spirit. Although once again, he does not have his Roach Warren, does he? No, he doesn't. He does not have Roach Warren. So as the game goes on, Starkiller is gonna go ahead and get the better army composition, but Soul Spirit is not waiting until then. He's gonna go ahead and force more links going across the map, more damage in the main base. 15 drones going down for Starkiller and Soul Spirit. Getting some nice work done by the lings, but again, I feel like it might not be enough though. I mean, Starkiller is still 19 to 20. Okay, maybe. If Soul Spirit can go ahead and maybe transition to Mutalisk, maybe. Instead, he's gonna commit to these lanes. He's gonna get melee attack here. +1 melee, so he's gonna further commit to these ling banelings and not transition into roaches. Instead, he's gonna go ahead into a dirt base, and he's not mining gas though, so he's not gonna get Lair and Aspire anytime soon. I think Starkiller, despite losing 15 drones, might still come out okay after all. I mean, he's got the roaches, so no more damage done by these lings. I mean, I could see a timing push by Starkiller and just ending it there. I mean, you can have +1, you can have all the banelings you want, but roaches against that is just, I mean, you know how beefy roaches are. You guys know. Alright, but unfortunately for Starkiller, or yeah, for Starkiller, Soul Spirit is eventually finally getting his Roach Warren. So he will be able to defend. Now Starkiller, he's still trying to drone up and saturate the natural. He's not gonna have his dirt base, and a faster lair is on the way for Soul Spirit. So Star Killer might just have a timing where he can make use of these roaches, but I think he's just, yeah, he's making more roaches. 6 more roaches on the way. I'm not sure if this is to defend or to attack. Oh, Star Killer might, yeah, he needs to be careful. There's actually a lot of lings. He might catch these 4 roaches. These 4, if you could dwindle the roach count, that is gonna spell good news for Soul Spirit. And there he goes. He cleans up the rest of the roaches. But there are a bunch of roaches here out in the middle of the map. Oh my god, there's only just mainly lings here for Soul Spirit. Now these are +1 melee lings, but this is a lot of roaches. 9 roaches on the way for Soul Spirit. That's definitely going to help him with this attack by Star Killer. Now Star Killer does not have a third base. He is all in on this. He needs to finish Soul Spirit with this attack, or else Soul Spirit is going to take the win for his team, for Dust Gaming. Oh, actually, Star Killer, he sees the amount of links. I love this. This is a really smart idea for Star Killer. He sees the amount of links. He sees they got +1 melee, so he is going to wait for his Baneliness to finish before attacking. But this is going to give Soul Spirit enough time to produce more roaches to defend against this. And by the way, these lings are going across the map, and there is no wall here. And they run through into the main. Oh no, this is not good news for Star Killer. He is going to go ahead and lose a bunch of drones. In the meantime, Soul Spirit has already got his spine crawlers, his roaches already set up here. An additional 11 drones going down for Star Killer. He is down 13 to 36 workers. And here he goes. Star Killer is going to go ahead and blow off his Banelings onto these roaches. Not efficient at all. And there we go. GG. Star Killer and Soul Spirit has done it. He has taken the 3rd game for Dust Gaming. Congrats to Dust Gaming for making the comeback. Unfortunately for AlphaX, they will go down 0-1. But it's just the 2nd week. Plenty of more weeks to make it up. But anyhow, thank you all to the players for coming and arriving on time. Great games from all players throughout the whole series. Also, thank you to both teams lead for hosting and setting up everything. Anyhow, guys, that does it for us. Dust Gaming again. Once again, we'll take it 3-2. We have an Alpha Pro Series at our Africa TV page. So head on over there after this. But once again, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. We have a ATL NA Pro match, America's Pro match tomorrow that will be hosted by me and Salavant. It will take place on 7 p.m. Eastern time on our main Twitch channel, which is right here, the one that you're currently viewing. And then after that, we have on Saturday, we have the Group D of AlphaX Contenders Cup. That will conclude the last group of the round of 16. And then after that, we will head on to our round of 8 the following week. So make sure to tune. Again, that will be once again hosted or casted by me and Salavant. So that will be 4 p.m. Saturday. So see you guys there, hopefully. And yeah, that does it. This is your friendly neighborhood puppy dog Snoopy signing out.